Hey, welcome back to the No Code Minute. Today we're going to discuss how to do dynamic sorting in a repeating group. It's really cool to have this because if you don't have it dynamic, you're going to have to do a sorting based off of each type in your database. So I'll show you how that works and why that's so cool. Right now we have data type. I just set up a data type, just really basic database here of description and name. Let's go ahead and just physically or manually add some information in there. So let's do orange and put in some information. Let's just do that. We'll do colors. So orange is actually orange in color. And let's do lemon. Okay, so we have some database entries here. So we have the name and the description. So if I wanted to sort by one or the other, I'll show you how to do that here in the repeating group. So let's put a repeating group on the page. I'm going to center it horizontally by pressing Command E. I'm on a Mac, so I can press Command E, or I can right click and do center horizontally. Let's do that data type 1. It's going to display all of them. So data type 1. And we're just going to have all of this and no constraints. Now, the sort by, if you see here, we could do it by name, description, or if you see change which field, this allows us to do dynamic data, which is the point of what we want to do. But to show it on this page first, let's go ahead and put in some dynamic data or some details in here in the cell. So we're going to have the current cell's name. Let's go ahead and move that up in the center. Copy that. And we'll have the color underneath it. And instead of description, let's just rename that to color. Okay, so that should be centered. That's centered. So first off, let's see without the sorting what it looks like. Make sure it shows up on the page. Right now there's nothing. So probably a privacy issue. Privacy issue, we do not need this because I just did it in the database. And this is not sensitive information, so let's go ahead and display it all. Okay, so we have orange, apple, lemon in that order. Good. So let's change this a little bit. Let me just change this to 150. Move it over here. I'm going to do the same thing. Copy, paste. Move that to the other side. It says 300. Yeah, 300. So that's exact. Okay, so we're going to have the name and the color next to it. Also, above it, we're going to put the. I'm going to make this bold so it's the title or the that data, like a label for it. So here, actually, I'm just going to type in the fruit. And then here it'll be color. I'm learned in America, so this is how we spell color out here. I know there's different ways to spell color. So, all right, let's get this in the group together. Fixed width, that's fine. Okay, so now it's all together here. Now, we make this a little bit smaller. It's a little bit better. Okay, So when we click on this, I want it to actually sort it by fruit. And then when I click on color, I want it to sort it by color. So let's first create a set state on the page. So I'm on the page level, I'm going to click on info. Let's do sort by, just as a text element. Okay, so the default, I'm going to go over to my database. The default, I'm going to have it by name. So I want to type exactly how it is in here. I'm going to just copy it, make it easier on myself. So by default, it is name. So if I go back to the repeating group, now the dynamic field name is going to be insert dynamic data. And then it's going to be the set state. So dynamic sorting is my page name. It's sort by. Now also I want the descending and ascending to be dynamic too. So let's do another set state. Do descending. We've got a yes or no. And have that by default. Let's just say yes. We're going to do the opposite. And then in that repeating group as well, we'll do set that to that same set state that we created. Oh, we want it descending. So it's going to create it's going to take it from these dynamic fields, which are set states on the page. And then now when we click on it, we're going to change. So this one, if you want to, you do even more, but I'm just going to change it manually. So let's do set a state page, looking for sort by. And this one, if I really want it to be this is actually the name, and this is the color. So in here, I'll just type in name, lowercase, because that's how I have it in here. But let's go ahead and change it. I'm going to make this even better for you guys, or learn even more to this. So let's rename it to something that's visually something that I want to see. If you right click on here, group elements into a group, change this content to text, and this is going to be name. This is going to actually turn to dynamic data, so parent group's text. And then this is going to group into a group as well, change this to text. And then this is going to be color. And we're also going to change this to parent group's text as well. So it doesn't say anything, but you know it's, if you do right click and say select first parent, you can see that the text in it is name. So if we go back to the preview, this should say name and this should say color. So this is the text for each one. So back to, let's just start this over again for you. So when we click on this, we're going to edit the workflow, say set a state, dynamic sorting is a page, we'll do sort by, and it's going to be parent group's text. So the cool thing is I could do that anywhere. So let's say I had this in a repeating group, that would work as well. So I could just paste it everywhere I wanted to, and just have that passed along. So this makes it really powerful. And then when I say, let's say I can do when, let's do another icon. Let's put an icon here. So this is the, let's see, filter, or it'd be descending or ascending. So we're going to have this look on the side. It's going to get a little bit smaller, way too large. Okay, so let's put this over here on the side. So this is descending. So when in the condition, when the set state of the descending is, let me see, if it's no, that means it's ascending. So we'll do the icon, change to that. And then on this button, we're going to set a state. from the page, and we're going to change that. So to do it dynamically, to change whatever the opposite is, I'm going to change it by itself. So it's descending is no. This always does whatever the opposite. So dynamic sorting is descending. Like if I say is yes, that would not be true. So it would be no is the result. Or if it would be dynamic sorting is no is true, the result would be yes. So that's how that works. It's kind of confusing. This is the best way to do like a Boolean or do the opposite. So it's only one step here. So this is a really nice feature to put that in. So let's do select first element or first parent and do that again. Can make this a little bit wider and drop this in here. Go ahead and expand this out. Let's keep that there. Okay, it's fixed width anyway, so it should be okay. Let's see if everything looks all right here. Okay, so we have name, color, and the sorting. So right now, let's do it by name. Oh, it's actually already by name. Let's change that here. Now it's the correct way. If we go to color, now it's the correct way here. If we change that back, then it changes here. So if I go back to name, sort it, and it just does each one just the way I want, completely dynamic. So you can choose as many things as you want without having a bunch of conditions. So the only condition we have here is using this. So it's a really cool technique that you don't have to do a bunch of conditionals. So if this is that, then do that. You don't have to do any of that. It's just sorting dynamically. So hopefully that helps. It really is a nice tool to use to sort and to do the ascending and descending. Okay, well, I hope you learned a lot. Take a look at NoCodeMinute.com and go ahead and subscribe for more videos like this. Looking forward to helping out on more. And please remember to like and comment the video if you like it, and so it can encourage us to do more videos. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.